He was thinking about the man on the bike, wondering what his destination could be. Did he have a destination? What was his deal? He opened the trunk and looked in. "What do we need?" he said. Before she could answer, he pointed at the picnic basket and said, "We sure don't need this. And it's taking up the whole trunk. Where did you put the rest of our stuff?" "I'll take care of it," she said. "Let me do it. Why don't you just go to the room?" "No, I'll carry," he said. "But I don't get why you even brought the thing in the first place. I kept my mouth shut while we were at your mother's, but really." "It's not important," she said. "It takes up space," he said, waving his hand at it. "Now there's something we really need. Another picnic basket. How many does that give us?" "3? You've got this one to go with the 2 we already have and never use?" "Come on," she said, trying to lift a piece of luggage out of the trunk. "Now we've got a museum for picnic baskets," he said. "Have we ever used either one of them?" She did not reply, began rummaging in the trunk. "It's utterly useless," he said. "What are you going to use it for? A planter? Let's just go to the room and—" "No," he said, stopping her, putting his hand on her arm. "I want to know why you had to bring this basket. Is this some precious family heirloom? Did your mother make you pack it? Now her junk is our junk." "It's not junk," she said. "Oh, yeah, right, like it's something we really need," he said. "Suppose you tell me where we're going to use this." "Do we have to discuss this now?" she said, looking around. "Yes, now," he said, lowering his voice, but adding some anger to it. "Right now. This is the perfect time. You tell me exactly when and where we're going to use this." "I thought we could take it camping," she said. "Camping?" he said, his voice exploding. "Camping? Are you kidding me? You're going to go camping with a picnic basket?" "Will you stop?" she said. She walked away from the car. "I'm going to the room." He pulled out a suitcase for each hand and followed her, leaving the trunk agape. "You can't take a picnic basket when you go camping," he said, raising his voice in the expanse of the parking lot. "That's ridiculous. That's like taking a bicycle to the moon." "Do you want to hear what I was thinking?" she said, stopping for a moment. "No," he said, walking past her. She followed him to the door. "I don't want to hear you explain it." "All right," she said. "Shouldn't you close the trunk?" He looked back. "You're afraid someone will steal the picnic basket?" "I wish." He shook his head. "Sometimes I think you've got a head on your shoulders and then you do something like this," he said. "I haven't done anything," she said. He threw the bags he was carrying on the ground. "Listen to me," he said. "I don't want any more picnic baskets. I don't want them in my car or my home or my life. We've got all this useless stuff that's piling up, accumulating. He couldn't find the words to tell her exactly what it was. Why are you getting so upset about this?" she said, looking about, so he knew he was making a scene. "I don't know," he said, "because I am, because you never listen to me." "I do listen to you." "Oh, yeah, you listen, but you don't hear. You do whatever you want. You don't process the information." "I don't process the information?" "No." She looked at him, a look of disbelief at the way he was behaving, then turned and opened the door, let it shut behind her. He picked up the bags he had dropped and followed her, feeling more lost and foolish and even desperate than ever.